Yo, what's going on, everybody? You know what it is. We got Flash here over in the top right, SnOw down in the bottom left. I just got back from Japan, or from Tokyo, excuse me. I'm still in Japan. Had a very long drive. Oh my god, what a drive. Supposedly about a 6 to 7 hour drive, but somehow turned into over 10 hours on the way out to Tokyo. It was a lot of construction. Had to slow down a lot on the highway. Just a pain in my rear end. And then on the way back, guys, oh my gosh, it was another 10 hours. Just crazy. Kawaguchiko is Mount Fuji, basically. Mount Fuji is about the halfway point between my home and where I was headed, Chiba, which is the other side of Tokyo. And it's about halfway. So you'd think about 3 hours. It took 5 hours to get to Kawaguchiko, to Mount Fuji. And oh my gosh, it's just so much traffic, guys. There was about 3 car accidents on the road. And yeah, that's about it. 3 car accidents just slows it down by so freaking much. Japan is one of those cultures where as soon as you get in a car accident, you just stop. You don't move, and you wait for the police. And that's just kind of how it is. Pretty fast factory here from Flash. Gonna get that out right away here. About the 226 mark. I didn't see if that was an 11 gas, but it very well could have been, or it could have just been very good mineral boosting out of Flash. I'm going to assume the latter. With that 226 factory, it could potentially punish something like a Nexus First, but there's no Nexus First here. There's just going to be a Dragoon coming out pretty darn soon, and a Zealot making its way into the natural. There we go. Zealot pushing up onto this high ground. Is it going to get any damage? Oh, pretty good micro so far from Flash. Oh, one Marine goes down. That's a little bit unfortunate. Definitely not the result we expect out of Flash, but hey, it is what it is. He's on the come up right now. He's making his way back into the scene. Hasn't been active for a very long time, so we can't expect too much. A very quick Nexus here before I think that Dragoon was started. He throws down the Nexus, so slightly greedier on the greedier side there in terms of Nexus timing. Looks like this Dragoon gonna track down the SCV Vulture on the way. Should get this. Okay, he does. And can go ahead and chill on the ramp. Zealot's gonna be taken out here by the Vulture, as expected, and looks like he might be able to get away without making any bunkers. So yes, he lost 1 Marine, but he doesn't need to build a bunker here because he's going to start to put mines out on the map, and that's just going to disallow SnOw from moving out too early. It's still getting away with a little bit of greed. I was feeling pretty frustrated on the ride back from Tokyo, on the drive back from Tokyo, excuse me, and I started to think about something, and I was actually thinking about sharing it as well here with you guys, because right after we got back, we had to go to Grandpa's like 2-year funeral here in Japan. He's been gone for about 2 years, and we had a whole like ceremony and stuff. There was oh, is he actually gonna slip by here? Oh my gosh, Flash getting into the main base. You gotta be kidding me. I don't know if you really want it. You know, I don't know if that was worth it. Why did he put the mine there? He might as well have just run by. It actually helps. So okay, very close to getting that extra kill. Gets 2 probes. I mean, that's not really worth. I would have liked better if he just ran directly into the back of the main. Start to try and kill some probes. It forces the Dragoons all the way back here. And then that second Vulture can do a lot more damage. Okay, gets a Dragoon here with a mine. Looks like. So, you know, some things going right there for Flash. 1 Dragoon, 2 probes. Not the worst for just 2 vultures. Oh, he's gonna get the mines out now. Can he actually get the kill on this robe? No, not gonna be able to come down here and get the kill. That's a little bit unfortunate. Would have liked to delay this Nexus, that's for sure. And so the Nexus, wait, is that Nexus off? I think he placed that wrong. I'm pretty sure that's wrong. It's a little bit far from the gas geyser. Might mess up the mineral mining here. I could be wrong about that. I think it's supposed to be on that. I think it's supposed to, like, there's a reason why there's literally that thing right there. The diamond shape kind of tells you where you're supposed to place your Nexus here. Maybe he has to cancel? Kind of looks like he might have to. Looks like he was setting up for a drop back at home, but that's not the game plan here from Flash. He's just been making vultures non-stop. He finally makes his first tank. And so I can totally understand why SnOw was worried about a drop. If you're watching your Terran opponent just make non-stop vultures and harassing you like crazy, there's a very good chance that a drop could be coming in here. He's even going to put some buildings on that top side. Ooh, Dragoon. Oh, he can't place the mine, or can't place the building, excuse me. The mine placement there actually ends up killing one of those Dragoons, and quite a few probes end up going down here in the natural as well. You can see the differential is getting a little bit large, but that was a lot of vultures thrown away. Quite a lot of vultures ended up dying there. It's going to be a little hard for Flash to push out and take his 3rd base, and I know I'm having a hard time getting to my point here because these two forcing interactions and Flash being so aggressive with his vultures. But what I was trying to get around to saying here is that Grandpa told me a story, or at least he told Mio a story, and Mio told me the story, or my wife told me the story, about how you can never know whether an event is a good event or a bad event in your life. And so that's kind of how I deal with stress these days, is I just think about, you know, whatever's happening to me at that moment is... we don't know what the end result of that thing is going to be. We don't know if that's going to be a truly good thing that happens to me in the end, or is that going to be just a bad thing? Because we don't know what the future holds. I think that's a really good way to look at things, and to kind of balance yourself out when you're feeling down or feeling like everything is going wrong. And so that's the way I was thinking at that moment when we were kind of stuck. Oh god, Flash. Oh, why are you not sieged here? Oh man, 2 tanks are gonna go down 100%. Great snipes here by SnOw, being in the right place at the right time, that's for sure. And getting a shot off with that Reaver as well. And it looks like the shuttle could go down here. He's gonna target it. He will get it. But another good Reaver shot goes off. Coming forward to target the Reaver with the Goliaths is kind of crazy. There should be a bunch more units coming up here now. And I don't think that Flash can even hold this 3rd, much less push. He really wants to kill that tank, or kill that Reaver before it gets picked up again. Oh, another tank goes down, and another tank gonna fall here. In fact, I think all 3 of these tanks are gonna end up going down. Yeah, that's gonna go down. Can he get even the... oh my gosh, he's gonna get the healthy one too. Oh man. Oh man. It goes from bad to worse here. Flash. I mean, not given the respect here to SnOw. I don't think he knows that this is SnOw that he's playing against, and so he's gonna end up losing this CC. And yeah, this has gone from bad to worse, guys. A 4th base on the way. That Nexus is probably misplaced. I really do feel like it is. Yeah, I think so. But it's gonna be fine here. Got plenty of workers now. 67 workers, despite all the harassment he's managed to put together. A good chunk of probes to keep himself healthy in this game. Double Reaver out on the map. He actually saved that Reaver. That is insane. That Reaver's still alive right now. How many kills does that have? It's got 3 kills. It definitely did a lot of damage, though, in the lead up to that last fight. Flash, for sure, making some mistakes here, but he's going to recover the position slightly by throwing down a CC over here at 12 and trying to hold on for dear life. If he can manage to keep that base alive, maybe he still has a shot in this game. It's just quite a slow third base here, and so many tanks were lost earlier. It is going to be a rough one. A truly rough one. Has 67 workers for himself, so 3 base economy is going to be popping. It's just going to be hard to get this 4th base. You'll have to come back over here most likely and hold that. Set up a lot of mines here, a lot of turrets. Get a big wall of turrets over here on this side because you know SnOw loves to send, pretty much all Protoss players love to send shuttles through this area and just storm drop you. Same thing goes over here. Got to set this area up with a ton of turrets to make sure that it's not easy for them to get in there with those shuttles. We're not going to see a push for a very long time if Flash is going to win this game. If he pushes too early, he is just going to get absolutely wiped. Oh, he manages to kill this probe at least before the 5th base can go down. That's something. Lose a few vultures for that, but slowing down the Protoss economy is very good. If you could get a bunch of connections on these zealots with mines, that would be insane value. Doesn't look like that's going to happen. At least not for now. Oh my gosh, what is this? Okay, he sees it. I was going to check and see if he could even see that on his mini-map, but he does. And he gets rid of the probe in bottom right. That is something as well. Shutting down the ability for SnOw to take another main base is going to help his recovery effort here. Flash, we're going to see what he can do from a deficit in a longer PVT. Is he going to be able to claw his way out against even the best Protoss versus Terran player in the world? That would be impressive. So far, what I've seen from Flash, not that impressive. Like, the Vulture moves were pretty good. But we have so many strong Vulture users right now. Like, Sharp is insanely good at those moves. I think he would have gotten even more damage. He's so good at getting in there and just leveraging those early Vultures. And, you know, Speed and a lot of these other guys are incredibly good with their Vultures nowadays. And then the mistakes of coming up and, you know, bringing those tanks forward. I don't know, man. This is working out pretty good. A pretty good surround here, getting those mines on top of the Dragoons. And he traded out some Zealots as well. So, you know, not too bad for just a lot of Vultures here. That was actually some reasonable trading. But now he doesn't have much fodder for his army. This next army moving forward here could be quite scary and hard to defend, especially at this 4th that he's trying to take right now. Gonna start to set up turrets there. A lot more tanks over on this left-hand side. You kind of got to split your army here. I think you should have, you know, some of these unsieged and roaming back and forth. You got to match where the Protoss is going. You know, have some of these unsieged sitting in the middle here. And then if the attack comes in through here, you move the tanks over to this side and siege up. If the attack comes through here, then you move over to this side and siege up. But he's not really doing that too well right now. And so there's going to be a big attack coming in to this base. Looks like he's just going to abandon the position and try to just pull back, knowing that he's going to lose this fight pretty much 100%. Storms are going to go down on these tanks here at the front line. Ooh, the mine connection was pretty good, but the storms are better. No unsiege here just yet from Flash, and yeah, he's kind of being shoved back in a strong way. SnOw is dominating him while taking multiple bases around the map. Look at this. Double Reaver with 3 cannons. It's going to take a monstrous army to do any damage over there. Like, you can't just send Vultures to deal with that. You're going to have to bring a bunch of tanks. You have to deal with the micro from SnOw. That is certainly a base that will not be denied here. Trying to push forward now, trying to catch some of these units. Looks like he's going to get rid of the Zealots anyway, and he might trap some Dragoons over on that side. He's even trapping some Dragoons here on the left as well. Getting rid of quite a bit of army supply, but that's all been replaced. 195 army supply now for SnOw, and he's going to bring some shuttles in the back here, full of Templar, High Templar, ready for those storms. I don't see any Vultures here to try and snipe those High Templar either, and so Zealots are going to make their way up here, clearing out a lot of these tanks. The storms are going to force everything back. Here comes the Vultures now, but they're a little bit too late. No snipes on those High Templars. The Zealots are not screened for it. There's a good D-Matrix to try and keep this alive. Archons being made here. Looks like they'll be killed immediately. But this was a very good attack from SnOw, just slowing down this fourth base as much as possible. And he has even Reavers over here. Okay, he's picked up the Reavers from top left, and he's going to look to potentially, you know, get some damage going here once again. Oh, wow. Flash wants to take this fifth now. I think this is a really good idea from Flash, actually. He needs to keep growing. Like, he needs to grow exponentially here, or at least linearly. He cannot be getting depressed by SnOw's efforts. He has to keep pushing forward and taking more bases. That's the only way he could possibly win this game. If you get to 5 base economy as the Terran player, there's still a chance you can win, even if Brodas holds the rest of the map, because you have that like longevity in the game to where you could potentially still battle it out over a very long period of time. You can just keep maxing over and over again. He's at 2-2 now. He's going to have that 3-3 here soon. He attacked his own tank. He attacked his own tank there. Killing his own tank is kind of crazy. I think he was trying to target fire the shuttle, but made a little bit of a misclick. And so, you know, losing a tank there and not killing the shuttle before it comes in, he still wins the fight, though. He still holds this position. Just needs to stretch out a little bit further. Just a tiny bit further here, so that he can go ahead and take the CC. Reaver, oh my gosh. Oh man, Reaver's doing so much damage. Killing 3 tanks there is brutal. In fact, just gonna fall back a little bit further. See even more Vultures going down to this. How many kills on these? 6 kills on that Reaver. Looks like a push over here on the left-hand side. Vulture's got to be brought up here as soon as possible. You got to deal with these Zealots as quickly as you can. Bring up some tanks as well. 6 kills on this one as well. It's funny. 6 kills on both of the Reavers. Bringing back the science vessels here. D-Matrix? D-Matrix? No D-Matrix. Gonna be able to throw down a D-Matrix here. He's got to throw 1 down. Oh, he gets 1. The storm here on the left-hand side. And we're getting pretty low in supply. 124 is not looking very good at this point. Definitely SnOw on, or excuse me, Flash on the ropes. These Reavers are still going to be such a annoyance here as the probe comes down to go ahead and take that base. GG, he scans everywhere. Flash decides to tap out. This was a really tough game if Flash was going to continue on. I think he had the right idea, trying to take this 5th now and just batten down the hatches, wait for an extreme late game, and just keep trying to prevent SnOw from taking bottom right. If you prevent SnOw from taking bottom right for long enough, then you can max out here as Flash and try to push bottom right and just hold half the map. And that can be a winning position, but this was just such a rough game for Flash. Those early engagements really made things hard for him, man. They truly did. Like this move out with the first move out with the tanks here, I mean, kind of, you got to chop it up to kind of some bad luck as well, because look at what Flash could see. He's got a Vulture moving around the outside. He doesn't have the vision. He moves away from the high ground for just a couple seconds. He sees Dragoons there, and then he moves back up, and there's a group of Dragoons. He's like, oh, huh. So you have Dragoons back at home, and you have enough to take on my army. Right here on top of this high ground, the moment that I move up. It's a little bit of that is a little bit unfortunate. That's a bit unlucky for sure. You got to feel for Flash there just a little bit. This move here, like, I'm not sure why he wanted to take this high ground. Maybe he was thinking about doing an attack, but it definitely wasn't in the cards for him. I think he should have just pulled back onto this side if he's going to set up a CC here. Pull back this direction and start to set up tanks along this way. Might have been a better move, but yeah, it's just so funny. It's like, oh, okay. Looks like your dragoons are killing my vultures over here. I just moved down this ramp. Boom, there's vultures. Or there they are. There's a bunch of dragoons with a reaver. The what's it called? The fog of war just disappeared there, but already an entire army on top of that high ground. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening to my rambles. I appreciate you guys, and I'm glad to be back. We're going to be putting out videos here daily. We just finished the ASL All Zerg group yesterday, so that was a lot of fun. Definitely go check that out. It's going to be up on Starcast TV here today. That's for sure. So go on over there and enjoy it. It was a pretty crazy day, but it left me wanting more, so I'm going to go ahead and continue to do some more casts here, put some more together, and then I'm going to stream some Broodwar, so check that out as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.